Alright, we're back. So there's my manual all cleaned up. So I gotta take this thing apart, see what's wrong with it, and see if we can fix it. Even your tools wear out over time. So this has been used quite a bit, so it's worn way undersized, which is not helping the situation here. Bucks up type people just buy new parts, new mandrels, new tools, whatever. Me, I'm cheap, so if I can fix it, make it work for another year or three, I'm good with that. So this part here is what pushes on the stone. These are replaceable, this piece here. This is what the stone would rise up on. The stone has these little ledges that goes up and down. So it just rides up and down. As you push this in and out, the stone goes up and down. That's how it works. So what I got to figure out is what is wrong with this thing. Pretty well know what it is. It's this. So something over here is worn. I'm not sure how much or what it is, but we know it's worn. So if I take the spring off in here, should be able to pull this thing out of here and figure out what I'm going to do. My guess is that point's worn a little bit. It needs to be dealt with. We also have an adjustment right here for lining things up, which I think I did last time, but I don't remember. And this shoe right here goes up and down. Adjusts these things. Okay, let's see if we can get the spring out with a tool here. Probably not. Try a different tool. There we go. They make these new too. So this pushes on the stone, which in our case is too, it's all worn out. It's right here in the very base of the stone. If I lightly bump the end of that on the grinder, it'll square that up. And if I lightly do the same on this, it'll square it up. And between the two of those, you'll work better, because right now, it's right on the edge right here, and it's just popping up like that. It's not staying in. So if I grind it at this angle further back, should help it. The problem is you're limited on how much engagement you're going to have. So we might have to cut this back a little bit to compensate for we shorten this up by. There's always a trade-off. So definitely is worn slightly, but not too heavily. But it is worn. Alright, so I need to do a little work on that. we got a little grinder over here. Now this is soft steel and that's for doing hard. Basically it's like putting aluminum into your stone. It screws up the wheel. But I don't need to grind very much. It's a very nice flat surface, so let's see if we can do this. So I have to try to match up my angles. Like that. Hopefully it's the correct angle. It is sharper now. I don't know how good the point is though. So we gotta see how good the point is. It definitely looks sharper on the point. Not a ton, but it's still got a little bit of an edge to it. So I'd say probably a touch more, a little bit less angle this time. Instead of here, go to here. Getting sharp now. Is there a new angle? It's definitely a sharp edge on there now. It'll cut you now. Alright, so now we go back over here. So we're going to hit on a little point right there. And this is all rounded over. You see how this has got a big radius on that right now? So this has actually cut this away from use. So if I grind this slightly flatter, that'll get rid of that bad spot right there. That should straighten up this piece. Okay, so I'm going to take that in the back and do it on a surface grinder. We'll be back. Okay, we're back. Okay, I ground this a little bit shorter here. Got rid of most of the radiuses on the edge, and I put a very slight down angle to it to help it bite in better. So when this piece is pushing on this, it'll dig into it and hopefully make it work good. The problem is this goes up and down as you're using it. Cuts it. Now right now this is a very sharp edge, so it'll probably cut a groove in this thing. So it's probably too sharp to use. So we need to dull this down just a little bit. So take my honing stone and we dull it just a little bit. Not much. First thing is you deburr it. Okay. Just barely take a little bit of something off of it. Just kind of dulling a little bit. Still pretty sharp though. Dull the bottom because it don't need to be sharp there. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and put this thing back together and we'll see if it works. Worst case, we destroyed it. Now it doesn't work at all. have to go buy another one. Oh boy. Okay, one's in. Upside down. Oops. Tight, but not too tight. Got this. Falls out now. Stone. Come down like that. Push it all the way down. We lock it in on this side. Put your finger over here and see if it works. Yep. If you can see it getting bigger when I do that, but it goes bigger. Pull it back, it shrinks. Okay. Okay. All right, let's go see how it works in the machine. Theoretically, it's going to work better than it was anyway. Maybe it's worse. We don't know. All we can do is try it, see what happens. Worst thing, it's worse. It's already being a pain in the butt, so how much worse can it get? Yeah, it blew it out. Did you see that?